You want to learn how to make highly engaging videos like the ones from IShowSpeed? These clips went viral insanely fast, spreading everywhere online. Today, I'm going to show you how to edit a video with that same high retention style. And no, you don't need years of editing to do it. Before we start, I'll divide the work into multiple steps: effects, text, color grading, and transitions. That way we can work more efficiently and keep everything clean. Step 1, stabilizing the clip. First thing we want to do is stabilize our clip. Go into Effects and search for Warp Stabilizer. And if a big blue bar suddenly appears, don't panic. Nothing is about to explode. Set the result to no motion or smooth motion, depending on how much shake you're dealing with. If the image gets too zoomed in, open vector motion, create a few keyframes, and gently correct the position. Just don't push it too far. Step 2, adjustment layer plus base effects. In this step, we're going to completely change the look of the clip, making it feel crisper and almost like it was shot in 4K. Now we add an adjustment layer. This is essential for the look. Create it, drop it onto your timeline, and stretch it across the entire clip. Then we start applying effects. First, strobe light. Set the color to black. Blend with original around 95%. Strobe duration 0.01 and strobe period 0.2. Then we make the clip sharper and punchier. Add sharpen and adjust it lightly. Add unsharp mask with amount 100, radius 7, threshold 0. Already the clip starts looking crisp, that fake 4K style you see in high energy edits. Step 3, glow text. In this step, we're going to make the main text look of the video, making your subtitles feel more premium, intense, and made to stop the scroll. Press T and type your text. For example, IShowSpeed versus Ronaldo. Set Helvetica New, size 65, white fill, black stroke, size 2. Now we build the glow using multiple drop shadows. Start by creating the first drop shadow. Set the opacity to 7%, the softness to 200. Now duplicate this drop shadow by pressing Ctrl+C and then Ctrl+V, and change the shadow color to white. On the second one, set the opacity to 15% and the softness to 400. Duplicate it again. On the third drop shadow, set the opacity to 50% and the softness to 25. Duplicate it once more. This time, change only the softness and set it to 50. Duplicate it one last time, and again, change only the softness, setting it to 150. Now add the tint effect. Set matte black to black and set map white to green. Next, we're going to add movement to the text. Go into vector motion. Create the first keyframe and slightly change the text position. Move forward 4 frames and change the position again. Keep repeating this process until you have enough keyframes. Once you're done, select all the keyframes, copy them, and leave about 20 keyframes ready to paste later. Now go into opacity and create a circular mask. At the beginning, set a keyframe with the circle positioned outside the frame. Set mask feather to around 232 and mask expansion to 395. Move toward the middle of the clip, create another keyframe, and reposition the circle closer to the text. At the end, set the circle so it covers the entire screen. Finally, select all the drop shadows and the tint effect together by holding Ctrl and clicking with the left mouse button. Save everything as a preset and call it Glow Text Effect. Step 4, duplicating title. Duplicate the title and change it to IShowSpeed versus Messi. Then switch the color to a light blue. In this moment, Speed touches Messi like he's checking if he's real. Maybe a bit too much. Step 5, text synced to speech. In this step, we add short, color highlighted subtitles to make keywords stand out and grab the viewer's attention. Start by writing the full phrase as, "His leg's not even that." Now duplicate this text layer. On the bottom layer, remove the word legs. On the top layer, remove everything except legs. Position both layers properly so they line up visually and read clean on screen. Set the color of this word to a light green so it stands out clearly. Next, create a new text layer with the word muscular. Place it after the previous text in the timeline and position it below the sentence so it clearly stands out. On this text layer, remove the fill completely and add a white stroke with a stroke size of 8 so the word looks bold and fully outlined. Once all the text layers are ready, select all of them together and apply the glow text effect preset we created earlier. After applying the preset, remove the drop shadows with 50% opacity from all layers. Now we're going to animate the glow dynamically. Only on legs and his not even that, add keyframes to opacity and softness. Go to the frame where the word muscular starts. One frame before that, add another keyframe and set the values to 0. Make sure you repeat this exact process on every text layer so the glow reacts perfectly to the timing of the words. Yeah, at this point, speed is definitely paying a little too much attention. Step 6, color grading. For this step, my color grading will be different from yours. Go to Lumetri Color and start in basic correction. I set exposure to 0.5 and raise the contrast quite a bit. I bring the highlights slightly down and lift the shadows a bit to open up the image. Next, move to curves. In the RGB curve, I add 3 points. I use these to add depth and contrast without crushing the image. Then go to hue versus saturation. Again, I place 3 points, and here I slightly boost the reds. After that, in hue versus hue, I lower the reds instead, just to keep skin tones balanced and under control. Now move to color wheels and match. In the midtones, I push the color toward magenta and raise the luminance a bit. In the shadows, I lower the luminance slightly and shift the color toward blue. For the highlights, I raise the luminance a lot more and push the color toward green to create separation and contrast. Next, go into HSL secondary. Here I select the purple, then push the highlights again toward blue/magenta. In saturation and luminance, I move the sliders almost to the maximum to isolate the effect properly. In the refine section, I set denoise to 8.5 and blur to 2.6 to smooth everything out. Finally, in correction, I once again raise the highlights, lift the midtones, and slightly lower the shadows to lock in the final look. Finally, create a rectangular Lumetri mask over Speed's face. Increase feather to around 90 and animate mask path anytime lighting shifts. If you want to do it, it's highly recommended because it gives the shot an even more realistic and cinematic look. It's a bit of work, but it adds a polished, professional finish. Step 7, slow motion. In the statue scene, cut the clip and the adjustment layer. Right-click, speed/duration. Set it to 10% for clean slow motion. Then go into curves, hue versus saturation, and reduce the reds to give it a colder, more dramatic tone. Step 8, burn transition. Download a burn transition you like. Drop it between the clips, place the brightest frame in the middle, set blend mode to screen, and the transition blends perfectly. The full tutorial is now structured, polished, and powerful. Before I show the final result, here's one thing that boosts retention massively. Add sound effects and meme-style sounds. Even subtle ones sharpen the pacing and keep viewers locked in. So, after making a few adjustments, here's the final video.
Sweet! My goal! Oh shit, the goal, bro! Like, his legs not even that muscular.